Hi guys, I'm going back to day 6, even though it's the morning of the 7th. And what are we building? What killed me? What fully killed me so bad it sent me into a spiral where I slept 90% of the day. Oh, that's why it's school. School killed me. Who would have thought that the education system destroyed me? What was it? Be brick. I could go with a nice brick building. That'd be cool. That'd be fantastic. That is like probably one of the worst blocks on this whole list. Fuck. Well, I guess it's fitting that one of the worst things on the list is with the worst building. But we're gonna go with a very old school church building. I threw all the purpur on the floor for us, just trying to figure out what would look at least semi-nice with purpur, and I went with birch because we have a lot of pale blocks. There are so many pale blocks in our arsenal, it's getting ridiculous. It's like the whole center of town is pale, and then as we go to the edges, it just gets darker and darker and darker. But yeah, we're going to go old school church style. Think of the church in the flashback of Holes. That's kind of what I had in my head. One big building, a little clock tower. I did have fun with it though. Like, we got a chalkboard. Can't write on it. Don't write on it. Please, it's just concrete. And now, goddamn traveler villagers in my way. I'm trying to figure out like a teacher's desk situation going on. I don't really know what to do. And I was also, because this is a more modern thing, you have that nice carpeted area where you all get to sit down on the cold hard floor and get read to, especially the younger students. I both loved and hated that because the floor carpet was probably older than I was, and it was disgusting. But also, it was nice not to sit in old ass chairs. Part of me did want to do a old trick that I know about where you put soul sand in a minecart with a piston into the chair, so you can actually sit in the chair. It looks a little ugly, is the problem, which is why I didn't do it. But then it could have been cute. People could have come and sat in the desks. I really thought about it, but before I even started building, I decided it would be a bad idea. Purpur is such an ugly block. And I like purple. Like, this is my shade of purpur. Purple. I like lavender. It's just not a nice block. It's cute. It is supposed to have, like, the I don't belong feel, the sci-fi feel. Which, again, makes so much sense being in a school. No one belongs here. This is a proven way of learning that does not work. They have proved that the way of learning where you sit at a desk and stare at a blackboard only works for certain students, and it's a very small majority. And because there's the ridiculously large hit Leo going on Netflix. I haven't watched it yet. I've only watched clips of it. But supposedly it's like a ridiculous hit. I didn't want to add a class pet. Originally I was going to add a pet that matched our block. But I can't throw an endermite in there. That would be weird as hell. Also, all the endermen would try to kill it constantly. So I went with fish. Because in our elementary school, we did have a teacher who every year went to the river, caught salmon eggs, and then the class would raise salmon and release them every year. I was not in that class. I was in the class next door that got to dissect owl pellets. Was I jealous? Yes. Was I glad? Get in there, fish. We're just gonna cap that off real quickly just so the fish don't escape. And I've got like a little border on the bottom. And clearly the glass hasn't been cleaned in a very long time, so I used light gray. Yeah, I'm still sick. We are going to give us a little courtyard. We are really close to the forge too. My goodness, I didn't realize how ridiculously close that is. That's like 2 blocks. And eventually I did come back. I didn't like the carpet being a solid color. So we did the magenta and black for the glitch, the missing texture glitch, which some of you might never have seen. I've seen it a lot in my life. If you start using texture packs, you will see it a lot. If a texture is missing and doesn't exist, and there is no old texture to go with it, you'll just have this weird pink and black block. No one knows what it is, because it's a missing texture. And I thought it would be just a funny haha to learning. Like, honestly, this is probably where people would... This is a spawn village. You would expect this to be on a server. That was the idea. So, if you are here and you're in the school, this is probably where people are going to start sitting for games. They'll probably play here and make jokes. But yeah, I expect a lot of people to be coming in here to start mini games. Like, they'll line up and be like, oh, let's play hide and seek. And there'll be someone explaining hide and seek at the front, where everyone else is just running around the classroom being ridiculous. And I also made a little side room. This is where people would go put their bags. I'm trying to make this accurate while still being fun and Minecrafty. And I did decide I wanted deep slate roofs. I thought about blackstone, but we do have a lot of blackstone right beside us in that building, and I feel if I did do blackstone, it might blend into the next building, like it would look connected, and those are 2 buildings I don't want connected. And the tile texture for deep slate is legit roof tiles, in my opinion. It's fantastic. It works so well. So good. Yes, cat, I'm very aware you're there. You're a very pretty kitty cat. You're so beautiful. But yeah, so there's not much of a plan for this roof beyond the fact that I want a little tower. An inaccessible tower to go up into. Well, inaccessible, so I want it to exist. I would love to put a clock tower, like a little mini clock tower. I don't think I have the space for it in this build. It's not gonna happen. Look at that. So I kind of like domed it. I was originally going to do a really tall roof, realized that would be way too ridiculously tall. And then here it is. I'm putting in the little tower and immediately making it bigger. So we're just going to cap the roof. We're just going to top it off. We're going to do a bottom slab so that things don't spawn up here. We don't want things spawning in our little village. And I do wish I moved the clock tower just 1 back so that you would have the rim of the roof. But oh well. We're already here. I noticed it later. I'll stare at it later. There's a point where you're just going to see me staring into space, getting really mad. And here's where I noticed it. Right here. But yeah, so we get an open face. I do try a few different blocks. I think we got concrete, wool, concrete powder, and stone even to go with the purpur. And concrete powder actually had the nicest texture. So that's what we went with in the end. And then I'm also coming down. I wish purpur, if purpur had walls, it wouldn't be so bad. Instead I'm using the pillar blocks. And it helps. And then I learned that it's directional. I didn't know these pillar blocks for purpur were directional. So you'll see me going back into the walls later and adding a lot of it, because it does help break up. It breaks up the purpur really well. Alright, so we're just doing old school, really old school stairs to go all the way up. It just means every layer you add a stair to go up. And I really wish if you put 4 stairs, they would actually connect into a point, but they don't. So why not? They hate us. And here I am, I'm putting the pillars in and playing with corners. I'm really noticing I do have a thing about mangrove. We bring mahogany back a lot in several builds. But yeah, I'm trying to figure it out, and then I decide to put the doors in. Once again, they're mangrove. My goodness. And then we want... I have these here. I don't know if this is a normal thing where you have that like little poster board of the school. And I do want to bring that end stone in because it works. It actually looks nice with purpur. So I put signs on. They don't work. They don't work on walls. And then I realized paintings worked really well on walls. I'm playing with it. And then I'm just trying to decide. And I decided the boat with the skeleton. That works for a school, right? You're gonna be set off to death. That's right. We got our little light. We need a light. And then I'm coming, yeah, here we go. With that nice pillar block, breaking up the monotony. I do have a window on the side that we're gonna have a small courtyard as well. So that one side of the school is going to be nice, well lit, but also you do see that in classrooms. There we go, we're inside. The ceiling is very tall. It's ridiculous. You don't see it, but I am going in and I'm putting white terracotta up with some frog lights to bring in that old stucco effect with the big blinding LEDs that just give you a migraine and don't actually light anything up. Because why not? It's ridiculous. And I still don't fully understand the point of directional frog lights. Like, why couldn't we not just have a symmetrical block? Because they are such a weird directional block. And then we're going to come back. We're going to raise this a little bit higher. I do have 2 shades of stained glass to make it look like some areas are even more dirty. And then put a lid on the tank. We need that. The fish will escape if I don't. Alright. Trying to add storage. Because I don't know about you guys, but... Oh no, I just realized what's about to happen. Adding storage, there's always that really weird building. Not building, like that old cupboard in the back of the classroom that has something in it. Ours was filled with silverfish. Gotta fix the teacher's desk. Teacher needs a computer, right? And back to having a nice little walkway, adding more shelving, and maybe some art. Kids put their art on the wall, right? That's a thing kids do. And here we go. We are also adding something on top of the pillars to help break up the purple again. We're using jungle wood, actually. The jungle wood looks way better on the purpur than I thought it would. It's actually really good. Oh my god. And there we go. The inside looks pretty done, right? Add some banners. Got a little curtain so that people don't come get distracted by their cubbies. And I'm going in and lighting it up. There's also a window on the right side. I think that gets filled in eventually. Oh, yep, and I leave. I just straight up left for a moment. Everything got set on fire from a thunderstorm. I panicked and I ran outside. Guys, don't forget lightning rods in your builds. There you go, I came back. So if you guys see spawn and it looks wrong, that's because I had to rebuild it. Spawn was set on fire. The market was fine. Everything else was fine. It was just spawn got set on fire from lightning. Alright, so we want a courtyard. We also want to fix that thing in the back. That's our chalkboard inside. And I do have an idea of it. You see, we're just legit just putting a layer here. Adding our pillar blocks. And then adding a little roof. So this looks like an extra little storage bit. I think that looks nice. Like, it adds texture to the building. And what other fencing would I ever use from a schoolyard except the shitty chain-link fencing that any living soul could walk over if they wanted to, and actually not keeping anything in or out. It's just there to look horrid and make the school look more like a jail. I also see this here in my schools. There's always one wall that's higher than the rest for absolutely no reason. It's not even like the back of the kick field or the front of the kick field. It's just one wall is taller than the rest, and I never understood why. So we're putting a little patch for people to play ball. It is very small. It will never actually be used for this. And I am throwing coarse dirt around just to give it a little bit more of an effect of people walk here. There's people running around. The grass is dead. Children have killed it. Deciding what to put here is hard though. So I remembered frog lights are your friends. They are the best lighting block in the game actually because they have the lowest not pulse. They have the lowest particles, so they are the easiest on loading big areas. So when you see me empty up light space, light up empty space, or if I even need to, I will be using frog lights, not just because they're nice and ridiculous, but because they are the friendliest on running. Oh yeah, there's our school, guys. Isn't it nice? Well, I did keep the window on the side. Look at me. I thought I got rid of that. We got our field. We put more moss in because we put more frog lights in to light it up better. But I think it's not half bad for being purpur. It doesn't make any sense. We got some art in the wall. We've got our jungle wood split. We're probably there. We would have the big number line. Our fish have despawned because I did not name them. Comment down below what you want to name our 2 salmon fish and we'll bring them back. Yeah, big art mural. We got our little cubby with curtains. I figured that was nice. Look at that. Kids can put their stuff in the barrels. Put their names on it because signs can be edited now. We got a reading corner. We've got our blackboard. We've got our teacher's desk who is teaching about plants, I guess. And then we got our little courtyard for the kids to run around in. We did put some moss in, because moss is way better than grass. I'd rather be pushed into the moss field 100 times than fall in the dirt. It hurt. But yeah, that's faithful texture pack with the school. Let's go to Sphax. Pure Sphax Beauty Craft. We've seen it a dozen times. I still hate the purpur. Nope. Moss looks weird in this pack, and you can't change my mind. It's pretty, but it's weird. I do like the tower. It is growing on me. What kind of school is this? Fitting, though, for being purpur. We've got our lovely... The ceiling looks good on this texture pack, too. Gosh, we got our lovely little school, our fish. The trapdoors are upside down in this texture pack, which is hilarious. I did also put a lectern there. I don't remember why the lectern's there. It looks weird. It looks nice. Jungle wood no longer matches the purpur. It does from far away, but not up close. But yeah, that's not bad at all. Bookshelves look way better. We do also have a little slab down in the carpet for the teacher. You can see it in the corner. And we got banners? Oh, the gnome turns into banners. Yeah, we got our kickball field again. Moss still looks weird. Can't argue. Trapdoor still upside down. Excellent. Now our third texture pack, which I finally remember the name of. Alacrity. I might be pronouncing this wrong. It is Alacrity. And I don't hate the purpur here. I still hate it. I don't like it, but I don't hate it. What did they do to the end stone? Why does the end stone look weird? Why are we learning about the sky? But I think it's because they have some of the bricks are longer. I also hate what they do to glass in this texture pack. Beautiful mural. We've got our little cubbies. Barrels are weird. We've got our little cubbies. Looks great. Oh, the school looks... I do like how our carpet has fringe again now. That's fantastic. Look at that. Man, they really mess up the glass, don't they? Yeah, this texture pack, bad for glass. Glass pane's good, glass block's bad. We've got our kickball field. The moss and grass. Alacrity. This is my favorite nature mod that I've ever found. You do so well, like the ferns, the dandelion patches, the moss. Beautiful. Chain link fence, give or take. Purpur, you did well with it. But yeah, there's our school. It's a little weird. It's a very questionable. It's right by spawn. Weird. Alright, for our next build, we're going right across from the school. We're gonna, depending on the size of it, we might loop around the little ruined well. We might totally encompass it and maybe put the well in a courtyard, depending on how big it is. But yeah, we're just gonna be straight across from the school. It'll be great. I don't know how high off the ground we're gonna have to be for this weird little divot, or if it's going to be small and I'm just gonna live in the divot.